Hello and welcome back to my channel E for English Gets Easy. I'm your Chancer, always ready to make your grammar concepts easier for you. Friends, today we are going to learn simple compound complex sentences. आज हम लोग क्या सीखेंगे? Simple, compound और complex sentences. Okay, so let's begin today's journey. Now, in order to go into the depth of the topic, first I would like to write a sentence. तो पहले एक sentence लिखेंगे, example के थ्रू हम लोग सीखेंगे. ओके I like mangoes. Now friends, which is the subject here? इसमें subject क्या है? किसके बारे में बोला जा रहा है? About whom we are telling? I. So I is the subject. Okay. Now, which is the verb? Yes, like. Very good. Like is the verb. Now, can we change the tense of this verb and rewrite it in some other tense? क्या ये like वाला जो verb है, इसका tense change करके कोई दूसरा tense में frame कर सकते sentence को? कर सकते हैं. जैसे I liked mangoes. Okay, so कोई भी tense हम लोग उसमें change कर सकते. If we can change the tense of the verb, that verb is called finite verb. So this is finite verb. I'm writing here finite. Okay, तो sentence में हम लोग को subject मिल गया, finite verb मिल गया. Now let's ask the verb a question. I like what? We are getting an answer, mangoes. So after questioning the verb with what or whom, the answer that we get is called is an object. So verb को question करना है what या whom से. जो आंसर मिलेगा one word में वो है object. So here we have got subject, finite verb and object. Now look at the sentence. Think and tell me how many finite verbs are used here. ये sentence में कितना सारा finite verbs use किया गया है? One. Okay, very good. So we have one finite verb here. Let me write another sentence. Okay, now I like to play cricket. Okay, which is the subject here? Again I. Okay, I'm writing in short I. Okay, now verb like and play. But which is a finite verb? Means whose tense can be changed. इस दोनों verb में से like और play में से किसका verb हम लोग change कर सकते? Play. Let's try. I like to played cricket. Doesn't sound good. I like to playing cricket. Horrible. We cannot change the tense of play. Let's try to change the tense of like. I liked to play cricket. Yes, we can change the tense of this verb. So like is the finite verb. I have written in short. F dot V dot means finite verb. हम short करके लिखे. तो subject मिल गया, finite verb मिल गया. 2 plus verb is called infinitive. 2 plus verb is non-finite verb. It's a non-finite verb. ये एक non-finite verb है. इसको हम लोग infinitive बोलते हैं. And I like to play what? Cricket. So cricket is the object here. So in this sentence, how many finite verbs are present? इसमें भी कितना सारा finite verbs है? एक. Okay. So now, if there is only one finite verb in a sentence, अगर sentence में सिर्फ एक finite verb है, that sentence is called simple sentence. Okay. So these two sentences, these are called simple sentence. means sentence with one finite verb. Okay, so sentence with one finite verb is called simple sentence. Clear? Now let me write another sentence. She came near me. She came near me. She did not look at me. Okay, so she came near me. Is this a sentence? क्या ये पूरा sentence है? Fine है. Finite verb came. Okay, this is the finite verb. She did not look at me. Did, look. Okay, so did is denoting it is past tense. So here also we have got one finite verb. Okay, now if we are asked to join these two sentences, she came near me, she did not look at me. So we can join these two sentences using but. Okay, so after joining with but, we have got one big sentence. पहले दो छोटा छोटा sentences था या दो अलग अलग sentences था. After joining with but, we have got one single big sentence. एक बड़ा sentence मिल गया है. Okay, now in this sentence, these small sentences, these are called clauses. A sentence within a sentence is called clause. So यहाँ पे दो clause मिल गया है. Now think and tell me whether one clause depends on the other or not. एक clause क्या दूसरे clause के ऊपर depend कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है? She came near me. तो मेरे सामने आने के वजह से ही क्या वो हमको बिना देखे चली गई? The meaning is not like that. So, did she come in front of me or near me deliberately, willingly, not to look at me? It's not like that. She came near me, but somehow, कोई कारणवश या कोई anyhow, somehow, she did not look at me. वो हमको नहीं देखी by chance या ignore कर गई. So, if one clause does not depend on the other, that sentence is called, if in a sentence there are two clauses, एक sentence में दो clauses है, एक clause दूसरे clause के ऊपर अगर depend नहीं करता है, that is compound sentence. So this is compound sentence. Means one clause depends on the other. One more sentence. I returned back home. I took rest. Now again we have two sentences. I returned back home. Verb कौन सा? Finite verb. Returned. I took rest. Finite verb. Took. Okay. Now if we are asked to join दो sentence को अगर join करना है, I returned back home and I took rest. Okay. So after joining with and, I have got one single big sentence and से join करने के बाद एक single बड़ा sentence बन गया. Now the small sentences that we can spot here, these sentences are called clauses. पहले sentence बोला जाएगा. अगर एक sentence दूसरा sentence के अंदर है, so वो छोटा sentence जो बड़ा sentence के अंदर है, वो छोटा sentence को हम लोग बोलेंगे clause. So now think, I returned home. Did I return home only to take rest? Is the meaning like this? And I took rest. It means I returned home. I returned back home. One action finished. Then another action started. I took rest. And से join करना मतलब एक काम खत्म हुआ, उसके बाद दूसरा काम शुरू हुआ. Okay. So here one clause does not depend on the other. That's why, okay, let's understand in another way. I returned back home. Can you get a meaning? Okay. I took rest. Can you get a meaning, proper meaning? Okay. So this is again compound sentence. Compound sentence means sentence where there are two clauses but one clause does not depend on the other. Okay. Now, sorry. You tell me that. I shall cry. Okay, again two sentences. Now if I join it with if you tell me that I shall cry, again two sentences are joined in a single sentence. दो sentence को join करके एक बड़ा sentence मिला. Now let's think in a different way. Let's try to understand the meaning. If you tell me that, we have joined this with if, so let's try. If you tell me that, are we getting a complete meaning? If you tell me that, we are not getting a complete meaning. We need this part to get the meaning completed. I shall cry. So if in a sentence there are two clauses, एक sentence में अगर दो clause है, but one clause depends on the other for the meaning to get completed, then it is called complex sentence. So this is complex sentence. One more example. When the sun sets down, the birds return back home. So when the sun sets down, this is one clause. The birds return back home, this is another clause. ये दो छोटा छोटा sentences है. Now this clause is joined using when. So when the sun sets down, if we cover this part, when the sun sets down, are we getting any complete meaning? So we need this part to get a complete meaning. So the clause depends on the other clause. So if a clause depends on the other clause for a complete meaning, we will call it a complex sentence. So this is also a complex sentence. Means one clause depends on the other. Okay, so simple sentence means one sentence, one finite verb. Sentence में अगर एक ही finite verb है, एक sentence एक finite verb, that is simple sentence. Compound sentence or complex sentences में we will get minimum two clauses. दो clause रहेगा. Now if one clause depends on the other, it is complex sentence, and if one clause does not depend on the other, it is compound sentence. Okay, so hope the concept is clear. If still you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I shall be back with some other videos on this topic. Okay, so here I'm ending for today. Thank you. Bye bye. See you again soon. Take care. Have a nice day ahead.